Assalamualaikum and very good morning, girls. Okay, let's continue our lesson today with the 10.1 threats to the environment. Okay, so the learning standards of the today, you should able to analyze threats to the environment that refer to the last two threats, which is refer to the pollutions and also human population explosion. So this is referred to the last threats, the last two threats to the environment. The other threats we already discussed in the previous video. Okay, so let's go to the pollution. Okay, so there are three types of the pollution that we are going to discuss. Refer to the air pollution, thermal pollution, and also noise pollution. Okay, we go to the air pollution first. Okay, air pollution occurs when there is an increase in pollutants such as gas, smoke, dust, and dust in the atmosphere which affect the health and life of humans, animals, and plants. Okay, that is referred to the air pollution. Air pollution occurs when there is an increase in pollutants in the atmosphere and also affect the health of the human life, yeah, animals, and also plants. Okay, these pollutants increase when there is a rise of smoke and gases released by vehicles as well as industries and also from the open burning. Okay, so these are referred to the factors, factors that causes air pollution. The pollutants is come from the vehicles, industrial burning, industrial industries, and also open burning. Okay, let's go to the figure 10.7. We go to the sources of the air pollution. Sources of the air pollution. There are three sources of the air pollution: exhaust fumes from the vehicles, smoke from the industrial factories, and also open burning. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, exhaust fumes from vehicles. Okay, what are the pollutants inside the fumes? Okay, consists of nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, lead, smoke, and soot. Small particles of the carbon. So the soot, the presence of soot will cause the smoke will become blackened in color. The hydrocarbon gases such as benzene. Okay, second sources of air pollution is smoke from the industrial factories. Okay, the pollutant substance refer to the sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, dust, carbon monoxide, and also carbon dioxide. Okay, and then open burning. Okay, open burning will produce carbon dioxide, smoke, and soot. Okay, so you should know the three sources of the air pollution and the pollutants inside the sources. Okay, the formation of the acid rain. The formation of the acid rain. Okay, the burning of the fossil fuels by charcoal burning plants, the industrial factories, vehicles release carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. Okay, so these two gases, are related to the formation of the acid rain. So you should know if we discuss about the acid rain, so there are two gases involved here, refer to the nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. So these gases combine with the water vapor in the atmosphere, to form nitric acid and sulfuric acid, and then later come down as acid rain. Okay, let's take a look on the diagram. Okay, so the burning, the burning of the fossil fuels, from also from the industrial factories, the smoke from the industrial factories, will produce acidic gases that contain of the nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. So these two gases, these two acidic gases will dissolve in the water vapor. And then condensation occurs and form the acid rain. So it will come down as acid rain. Okay, so this is referred to the formation of acid rain. So how does the acid rain form? It starts from the release of the acidic gases that refer to the nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere from the factories, and then combine with the water vapor in the atmosphere and form nitric acid and sulfuric acid, and later come down as acid rain. Okay, effects of the acid rain. So what are the effects of the acid rain? Acid rain causes the soil to become infertile. Okay, why infertile? Because the pH, due to the pH less than 5. Okay, when the pH is less than 5, the soil become acidic. Okay, and it will cause less fertile or infertile. Acid rain also destroy leaf tissue. Destroy the leaf tissue, and it will affect the photosynthesis and decays plants' roots. Decays the plant's roots. An increase in the acidity of water will reduce the population of the plankton that are the source of the food, source of food for the fish. Okay, then it disrupt the food chain. It will disrupt the food chain, and can lead to the death of the organism in the water. Acid rain also causes skin damage, skin disease and damage to the human tissues. Okay, so all of these are the effects of the acid rain. So you should know what are the factors that causes the acid rain, and also how does the formation of the acid rain, and last one is what are the effects of the acid rain. Okay, next we go to the second type of the thermal or the pollution, which is thermal pollution. Thermal pollution. Thermal refer to the hot or harbor. Refer to the heat pollution. Thermal pollution refers to the deterioration of water quality due to the removal of excessive heat. Due to the removal of excessive heat into the water, caused by processes that change water temperature. So what are the process? What are the process that remove the excessive heat into the water? Okay, water is used as a cooling agent to cool generators in industrial factories and hydroelectric power stations. Then the hot water produced is then discharged into the rivers or lakes, and this causes thermal pollution. It will cause the thermal pollution. So the increased water temperature of the river is unsuitable for aquatic habitat. Okay, so why it is unsuitable? Okay, because when the water temperature rises, the dissolved oxygen content in the water decreases. Okay, why the dissolved oxygen content in the water decrease? Okay, because when the temperature of the water increases, the oxygen in the water, the oxygen in the water will tend to evaporate. It will tend to the evaporated, and it will reduce the content of the oxygen in the water. So it will threaten the survival of the aquatic lives. Okay, the rise in the water temperature disrupt biochemical processes in aquatic organisms. But disrupt biochemical process in the aquatic organism, because usually fish and other aquatic animals can only live within a certain temperature range. Okay, so what does it mean? So it means that when the water temperature increases, it will cause the disruption of the biochemical process, or the chemical reaction in the aquatic organism. Because the aquatic organism also has its optimum temperature, to make sure the biochemical process occur efficiently. So when there is a rise in the water temperature, it will it will disrupt the biochemical process in the aquatic organism. Okay. For example, an increase in water temperature may cause fish eggs to potentially hatch early or fail to hatch. Alright, okay. So some species, a drastic increase in water temperature can lead to immediate death. Okay. But for organisms such as algae, a higher temperature will promote its growth. And then what happened? When the further algal growth occurs, so it will cause eutrophication. Yeah, it will cause eutrophication. And what happened to the BOD level? BOD level will become higher. Yeah, where BOD level will become higher because the oxygen content in the water is low. Okay, and then it will lead to the death of the organism. Okay, so the thermal pollution will disrupt and endanger the life of organism and the environment. Okay, we go to the last type of the pollution, which is noise pollution. So noise pollution is a sound that disturbs and harms the health of humans and animals. Okay, a sound that disturbs and harms the health of humans and animals. The sound of vehicles, construction activities, agricultural and industrial machinery, as well as loud music in the event gathering are some examples of the noise pollution. Okay, continuous exposure to noise can cause stress-related health problems, such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease refer to the heart disease. Depression and also headache. Okay, this refer to the effects of the noise pollution. Okay, next we go to the last threat to the environment, which is referred to the human population growth explosion. Human population growth explosion. So what is the population growth explosion? Okay, what is the population growth explosion? It is referred to the an increase in the number of human living in certain areas. As population growth increases rapidly, the rapid reduction of environmental resources also occurs, leading to the deforestation, biodiversity loss, and global warming. Okay, can you relate the effect of the population growth explosion? It will cause rapid reduction of environmental resources and lead to the deforestation, the loss of the biodiversity, and also global warming. Okay, forest areas are cut down to provide shelters, infrastructures, agricultural lands, and facilities for the increasing population. As a result of this activity, living organisms are exposed to various threats such as raw water resources problem and clean water supply, increase in population and disease, and extinction of the various organisms. Okay, so that is referred to the effect of the human or population growth explosion. Okay, the demand for water and resources from the local population cannot be fully managed with the existing natural resources in the area. So this causes the transporting of resources from another location to the demand zones. So in addition, sewage, bahan buangan dan bahan domestik will also contaminate land areas, a threat of pollution to the environment. So to overcome this problem, water treatment technology is used but will lead to an increase in the cost of water resources, including treat water. Okay, that are related to the human population growth explosion. Okay, so we already discussed all the threats to the environment. Okay, can you repeat what are the threats to the environment? Yeah, it's starting from the climate change and global warming, and then deforestation, the loss of the biodiversity, then eutrophication, yeah, and then the pollutions, the pollution that we are discussed just now. There are three types of the pollution: air pollution, thermal pollution, and noise pollution. And the last one is human population growth explosion. So all of these are threats to the environment. So make sure you can analyze all these threats. Yeah. So how to analyze? You have to know what are the factors, yeah, that cause the threats, and then what are the effects of the threats and how to overcome the threats. Alright. So that's how you analyze. Yeah, you analyze the threats to the environment. Okay. So I think that's all for now. So please read again and again until you understand the concept of the threats to the environment. Okay, so that's all for now. Okay, stay safe, everyone. Take care.